Hello, 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 sellers. Come on in. We are going to go deep, deep, deep today. We're going to be talking eBay listing views. I have a YouTube up on this, so you're welcome to go to my YouTube account and take a look at it. This is going to be part 2, and this is a deeper dive, more advanced. I will explain terms, but this is a more advanced look at eBay listing views, and I'm going to be explaining my terms. This video is going to include information that I have from eBay senior staff because we've been emailing back and forth, them giving me information so that you can be absolutely clear, because there has been a lot of confusion about this. And also for some sellers, as we head into the summer, some sellers are experiencing a dip in sales, and their concern is that it's tied to the listing views. Oh, hang on a second. My phone. It's like, yay. Oh, they paid. Yay. Hang on a second. I thought I had my notifications off. I'm sorry. So that you're really, really clear about it, because your listing views do matter, and your listing views can really give you a lot of information about the quality of your listing and the desirability of your listing. Also, listing views are going to really vary, and excuse the honking, this is New York City. Listing views is going to matter depending on the category that you are listing in. And this just makes sense, right? Like here I am in New York City. So, I'm going to use Broadway shows. So if it's a Broadway show that just got nominated for a ton of Tonys, just like a movie that gets nominated for a lot of Oscar awards, boom, right? Ticket sales go up. It gets more views. People are going by the theater more. They're standing online. You've got a bigger line of ticket buyers, right? Well, this is the thing with listing views, is that you understand what they are. Also, that you sort of put your thinking cap on for your category, because obviously if you are selling something, I'm trying to think of something like a Fitbit or an Apple or Disney, things that have big keywords in it, big terms that are searched a lot. I'm thinking something like beach towel, right? Because we're going into summer. But terms and phrases that would be searched a lot, that would be common, okay? Just realize that it's called impressions, which is the item showing up in eBay search, and I'm going to explain that, is that you might have a very high impressions ratio, but it may not be the same for your views, or you might have a very high view ratio, again, because it's a desirable item, it's big in demand, right? You are the Broadway show that just got all the nominations. And then you take a look at how many clicks you're actually getting on the item. Okay, so we're going to be looking at 3 things. We're going to look at impressions, we're going to look at views, and we're going to look on sales, so that you understand the 3 things. And the thing that changed was the way eBay tabulates views. So it's not that your views changed, it's the way they counted them changed. Okay, and again, my information is from eBay senior staff. So we're going to kick off with this. So what happened was, in the spring seller update, and I should pull that up. So hang on a second. If you're not aware of this, let me just, and all you do is search eBay spring seller update 2022, and you will find this, and I will show it to you. Hang on a second. Yeah, here we go. So listing page overview, they're updating to a more accurate way of counting listing page views. We're updating how we count listing page views to more accurately capture views by potential buyers. And what they go into, this is in the spring seller update, is bots, which are artificial, which are machine, are being filtered out. And the only information you will be seeing as a listing view is human, right? So again, standing online to buy tickets for the Broadway show, it's the humans that are standing online to buy tickets. Those are the ones that you're getting the information on, okay? So when you're in Seller Hub and you're looking at your traffic report, you're going to see some data come up. And what you're going to see is, I'm looking at my notes from my wonderful staffer, is that what is called top of funnel, which is how your buyer first buys you. First, wouldn't it be great if they would first buy you? It's like, just come on in and buy it. But the way they discover you or the way they find you on eBay, and we're talking about eBay search and your item in eBay. Top of funnel, which means the first way they're encountering you, is called impressions. Where they and the what it's technically called is that it has a link to the product. Okay, so that they are seeing you, and there's various places they can discover you, by the way, on eBay. But let's stick to the main search, which is, you're on your phone or you're on your desktop. It's called the River, by the way, the nickname. It's the main search listing of items that you see. That is called the River. It's nicknamed the River. And typically that's where most of your buyers will encounter you, but they can find you at various places around eBay. And if you don't shop on eBay, I encourage you to do it because you'll see it. For instance, when you're checking out like shopping cart, eBay will say, well, you just bought the pen, the purple pen. Wouldn't you like a blue pen to go with it? They'll make other suggestions for other items. Okay. So top of funnel, hang on a second, is impressions. Impressions are the number of times, I'm reading from my notes, number of times a link to the listing. So it has to be on eBay and it has to be something that's clickable that will take them to your listing. And what they mean by that it has a link to your listing is it's the whole listing. It's your title, your picture, it's your listing page. Okay. So what interesting, so when you're searching on eBay on the phone or on your desktop and you see the list, that's an impression. They're seeing your listing go by. It's the picture, it's the title, and it has a link to your product, but that's considered an impression. They're seeing your item go by. Okay. So that impression is the number of times a link, because it's clickable, they can get to your page, right? Your listing page. So the link to a listing can appear on both eBay search results pages, so they're searching on eBay, and various merchandising locations across the site, like the checkout cart. I see that a lot when I'm checking out. eBay goes, oh, by the way, do you want this item? And it's always there with a link to the item. That's how they count an impression, is that has a link to the item. Okay. Modules on listing pages shows related items. An impression is counted when the link to the listing is returned. This gets a little technical, so hang in there, by eBay servers. So this is all done by algorithms. It's all done by eBay servers. So somebody searches, and I'm going to do a search and show you what I'm talking about. And then eBay will surface what they believe matches that search, things that you would be interested in buying. That's an impression. They're responding to the buyer's search, and they're showing the buyer a bunch of items that have links. Remember, it has to have a link to count as an impression. They will show. Now, this is the thing that's really interesting, and I sort of was like, oh my goodness. eBay search returns 200 results on a query. So if you're on your phone or on desktop and you search for an item, and I'm going to go through and search for something and show you what I'm talking about, the servers show 200 items. I mean, they surface 200 items, but 190 of the query are what's called below the fold. So when you're searching, it's the ones that appear on the desktop of your phone. So the servers serve up 200, but you only see 10. And all 200 count as an impression because that's what the server is serving. All of the things that it's serving have links, but the potential buyer has to scroll down to get to them all. But technically, because the server has served 200 of them, it counts as an impression because your item is included in that batch. yet only the 10 above the fold are immediately visible to the buyer. So this is what I wanted to show you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, do it yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I did a very generic search to see what eBay would serve me. And I am doing it not signed in. Okay. And you can search on eBay incognito. I just didn't want to sign in. I said, let me just not sign in and see what happens. So it's almost like a guest. And I searched teddy bear because I know there's a ton of them. Now, when you do that, immediately look at this. When you search, oh, it's not showing it. So hang on a second. Why isn't it showing it? Hang on a second. So let's just go back in. And there we go. It's that one. Okay. When you type in teddy bear, let me make sure it's showing it. Yeah. Yep. Look at this across the top. Teddy bear clothes, big teddy bear, Vermont teddy bear, giant teddy bear. Also notice it's 32,000 results to this search query. Teddy bear lot, Valentine teddy bear, pink teddy bear, vintage teddy bear, and it goes on. So what that would tell me if I am listing a teddy bear and what my goal is, I want to do my best to be above the fold, which means I'm in the 10 that is most visible to the shopper, is to look at, and this is sorted by price and shipping lowest, and let's not do that. Let's do best match. I'm curious to see what eBay best match is going to surface. Okay. And what my goal is, okay, now that I know from my wonderful staffer that 200, the eBay servers serve up 200 responses to a search query, yet only 10 are above the fold, 190 are below the fold. How can I do my best to get above the fold? Well, the obvious thing is that the promoted listings, and this is going to be Express, which is the auction, Standard, which is regular promoted listings, and then the people that are doing advanced promoted listings, they're bidding on keywords, are likely to be at the top. Okay. So that, but it'd be unlikely it's all of them. But anyway, I just wanted to search. So sure enough, this top one is sponsored. That's how you know it's promoted listing. It says sponsored. 3, 4. The top 4 are promoted listings. But the fifth one, this cute little orange teddy bear, is not promoted listings. But it is a top rated plus seller. So I go, okay, promoted listings, top rated plus, plus it's a really cute bear, good picture. I mean, I look at it, good picture. Okay. Top rated plus. So I go, okay, eBay. Then I go, now we got a charity one and it's an auction. Hello, people that don't do auctions. You might consider doing some auctions. It's an auction listing. Interesting. Also, it is a charity listing. Okay. So that's what I'm saying is now that I know the eBay servers are serving up 200 listings for every time somebody does a search query. 10 of them are above the fold. And if I keep searching down, I'll get all 200. But I'd like to get towards the top. The promoted listings are towards the top. And if you don't know this, by the way, on promoted listings, because there's a lot of teddy bears, it's going to rotate. Okay. So let's say there's 500 sellers. They've all given eBay promoted listings money. Advanced promoted listings, you know, sometimes they are going to get some kind of preference depending on what they're bidding on is for keywords. But typically, when you're doing regular promoted listings, it's rotated. You're not always going to be the top of best match. Okay. It'll be you, then the other guy, you, then another guy, another guy, another guy, you. But again, you do get nice search placement. And again, this is called the river. This is the main search part of eBay. But don't forget, as far as eBay showing items, there's all different places across eBay that your item can show up. But again, we're looking at impressions and then we're looking at listing views. This, just scrolling through the feed, this is an impression. This is not a view. Oh, and my staffer want to say, so for people that say, oh, I got a bunch of watchers, but I don't have any views, look at this. If I hit that heart, which is a watch indication to eBay, I have not clicked it to view it. I just go, you know what? That's interesting. Let me keep track of that. And I hit the heart. So you can get watchers without a view. And that's why they've seen it in their feed. They're scrolling through and they're hitting the heart. Okay. It is not until, and let me click because I do like the little orange teddy bear. It's not until I click, 12 sold. It's a multi-quantity. Hang on a second. Let me just show you this. That makes sense now about that showing there. Is that little orange teddy bear is multi-quantity and 12 have sold. So let me just show you that. Look at that. 12 have sold. Okay. So that makes sense while it's up there. So that's what you look at, particularly on categories that are really competitive. Something like teddy bear is very competitive. Luxury goods would be very competitive. Certain, your big brands, Nike, Under Armour. And just take a look at the ones that are surfacing towards the top. Again, you go, okay, promoter listings, and then you decide whether you're going to be doing promoter listings. But then look at the listing, because it was a variety. It was auction, this multi-quantity, right? A top-rated plus seller. But there was a nice variety. And also on pictures, there was one that really looked like, hang on a second, and I'll go back to the search. Looked like somebody had put it on the couch and just took a nice picture. So I was like, go eBay. So again, what eBay's about with this, as far as the impressions go, is what they want is to get an idea of what the buyer is after, because all I searched was teddy bear. So they're going to surface a variety of items to see which ones I'm clicking on, and then eBay's getting more information about what I'm after. Okay. So that's why it's going to be a variety. So we got the charity bear. And look at this one, 12-inch gun Booker. It looks like that's on a chair or some kind of white background. And then right behind it, the Build-A-Bear. Somebody's got like a piece of white paper behind it. So again, it's a nice variety of listings. And these are all, quote, above the fold impressions. When I clicked on the orange bear, it is a view. It is not a view until I click. You can get a watcher because they're hitting the heart as they go along. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to do with this new listing view, because eBay's doing us a big favor. They're letting us know which of our views are now human. They're filtering out the artificial views. So then I know something is a human. So then it's about, when I look at search for an item, I'm getting ready to list, is take a look at what is surfacing towards the top of the listing for the eBay shirt, for the pen, for the mug. Okay. Take a look at the quality of title. Typically, you'll see that they are using 80 characters or close to it. They have multiple pictures. The pictures are in focus. Good description, item specifics. But notice on that, because I did a very general search, is the variety of items that eBay's showing me, because they don't know what I'm after. And so they want to do. And then once you start clicking, which again is the view, once you start clicking, so now eBay's gotten more information on the buyer. Kathy's clicking on orange teddy bears, or the beige ones, or the smaller ones, or the larger ones. Then they're going to start to offer me different things, because the algorithms are learning what I want. So when you're looking in your seller hub and you're looking at your active listings and you're looking at your views, it is not an impression. It means they have actually clicked on the item and looked at it. And if you do notice that you're getting a lot of views, okay, like the numbers, it's going up and up and up, and it's not getting sold, go in and look at it. That's one thing with Seller Hub. You have listing quality report, but go and look at it. It's good to do a spot check on price, because it could be that when you listed the item, the $30 or $40 or $50 was a good price. But now, after being up for a month or two, the prices have changed and you may need to drop it down. Okay. Another thing is you might still be competitive on eBay, right? And you're checking solds with advanced search and Terapeak, and really nothing in that has sold, but you're getting a lot of views. So then what I do is I go and I search the web, because oftentimes what it is that item is somewhere else, and it might be somewhere else at a better price, and I can meet that price or be closer to that price. This happened to me on a board game. And I was able to adjust my price down. It was only by a couple dollars, and then it sold. And what clued me was getting a lot of listing views, right? I'm going, this is getting viewed a lot. Is sure enough, it was on another major website. And again, mine was, it was brand new, sealed, great for gifts. That's why I had picked it up. But it wasn't selling. So it's like, okay, something's going on here. So it's always impressions. It's showing in the search. Okay. It's showing somewhere on eBay in the search. Views, they've clicked it. They're looking at it. They're looking at your listing. And you can see that in active listings now. You've got your listing views. You can click it, and you can go back up to 2 years, by the way. Now you can filter down. So you can take a look at, if the item's been up for a while, you could take a look at the history with the item. Okay. And I've got great free tips for you, because I'm getting these impressions, then I'm getting these views, and I want to get it sold. So what are things that I can do to help my listing, because I want to be above that fold, and to get it sold? And what you do is, if you hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, what you're going to find is a tab where I have wonderful free tips for you. And what I'm going to suggest is to grab eBay listings that sell. And regardless of the categories that you're selling in, and typically collectible items do take a little more time than more commodity items. More of a commodity item, which is like your DVDs, your media, trendy clothing, that kind of thing, should really sell in under a year. And things that are more unique collectible will last a little bit longer, but you want them optimized with all kinds of things that you can do, so that you're showing in those searches when people are searching for your item, so that you get the best price and you get it sold. So hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, and grab your copy of eBay listings that sell. And that way you will get your items sold quicker and faster, as they're getting impressions and getting views, that you get it sold. Okay, great, everybody. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye.